Good morning. Oh. Good morning. Good morning. Oh. I'm still waking up, sorry. Getting out of the funk. I'm kind of like that half asleep right now. But it's just like, huh? We're snapping out of it. I went to a restaurant yesterday, and this, I don't know what the association is. Maybe just fast food. Like, they had a drive-through, and you could tell it was probably just because the building that they had been in before was like a drive-through, and it was an Indian restaurant. And I saw the drive-through, and I almost wanted to be like, "Let's just go home." The Indian restaurant with a drive-through, even though it's just technology, it's no indication of the food, whatever. And it was really good. I should not have judged it so harshly. I also love that drive-through technology is still like locked in time. Like, we have smartphones, we have like high-tech voice communication, and yet short-term from a headset to a sign outside is still incomprehensible walkie-talkie. Do you know Cuff'em? I do not. Who's Cuff'em? And did you know for drive-through systems, if you have a little walkie-talkie and you tune to the right frequency, you could just be like, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why that's not more well-known or exploited. And I mean, I guess you got to be close so they can just like scan the perimeter and see what doofus is on a walkie-talkie. I'm sure if I looked it up, I would find like many videos of people doing drive-through pranks where they intercept. Or does it have a really harsh punishment? Because you're kind of affecting a business's bottom line. I bet they get pretty litigious if they couldn't do drive-through orders in a day. Anyway, it should be more advanced. You know the drive-through people, the whatever conglomerate produces those speakers and headsets. You know, they're still charging the same they were charging, and maybe even way more, even though they've given you no extra. I said you're going places, but you're not. Oh, okay. Talk about drive-thrus? Losing weight is hard. This is the struggle. This is the struggle that most people put up with, and you never really see. You never see that struggling middle. Whenever someone does like a workout video, they always show you before and after, and you get it unrealistic. It's like, oh, that took a year. That is my gauge for someone losing like 400 pounds. Thanks, Patches. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. Stationary bike. I gotcha. I have thought about getting a real bike. Stationary bike going places, yeah. I've got a lot of nice like bike things, a lot of parks I could go to and get a morning bike ride in. But like today, it's Michigan weather at its best. It's raining pretty much just all day. I'm down 20 pounds this month. Hey, congratulations. Congrats, Broken Lamp. It's hard, but worth it. Glad to see someone else working, yeah. Again, it's something you don't see. When you see like a big person working out or doing a stream, like, that's interesting. It's not really interesting to see a fit person work out. Maybe for a little bit of advice. How do I get there? First off, I feel like big people are way more entertaining. And second off, you know, a little bit of encouragement goes a long way. Because you never know which day some guy is having a bad day. And a little bit of keep it going, you know, put some wind in the sails for the fat journey to continue. Get it, boy. Thank you. Good morning, ex-sud. And again, I was like ready to go right back to bed. I almost did and slept until like 9. But here we are, 10 minutes on the bike. I'm awake. I'm ready for the day. I'm glad I didn't do that, skip another Wednesday. Gotta keep hydrating, especially in another heat wave here. Praise the HVAC gods that my central air is still working. I feel like that's the one thing I can't live without. I could like live most places with very little, way low, smaller space, you know, this or that. Central air is one of those things. I don't know if I could live without. I've been in places with those wall units and I'm like, man, it is still hot as hell in any room that doesn't have this in it. What torturous existence. Why hasn't that been innovated on? You know, central air I love, but it's also so wasteful. It's like I'm not in every room of my house at all times. I wish there was like smart heating, cooling. They'd only like cut off the rooms I was in. Cardio going crazy, yeah. It's going crazy in the sense that we've been going almost 190 days. You know, we're not hitting that high intensity, but we don't have to. We're trending downward of weight. We're trying to keep a calorie deficit. I'm attributing working out to like brushing your teeth, especially to get the pounds off. This has been shrinking every day. My energy levels are way up. You know, you got to think about it in terms of a lifestyle change. This is better than sitting on the couch. It's one of the reasons I kind of hate trainers. I get the trainer wants you to see results. But at the same time, me just showing up and like getting on the bike and like going through the motions, like that's work. It's hard. It's hard to keep up a routine. I like to keep it fun. I like to keep it interesting. You know, I know when I start to plateau that I need to kick it into high gear. But sometimes you just go through stages of your life where you're just like, I just need to maintain. You know, work is hard. Things are rough in life. And, you know, not everybody has that determination after New Year's. I mean, most people don't. That's why January 1st, the gym will be packed. February 1st, the gym will be as empty as it ever was. You can't keep high intensity up every day. It's very rare a person can keep it full intensity for any extended period of time. Hell, even bodybuilders have an off season where they don't go as hard. But yeah, it has been the summer of maintain. You know, the progress has stagnated for sure. It's noticeable. We're just trying to maintain until hopefully fall comes and I don't know. Career change maybe in scope. Life changes in scope. Who knows? Pedaling much better than not pedaling. Hey, good morning, Matt. I've been very careful to not injure myself again. Again, don't go super heavy, super quickly. Really ease on into it. The temptation to jump up huge in weight, especially when you've like maxed out like the current weight you're doing. You're like, whoa, this is like really easy now. When I started lifting the 20s, it was really hard. And now, it's like nothing at all. Well, it's very hard to go up and do a full set, especially if you go up by more than 5 or 10. 14 more minutes on the bike, and we'll lift some weights. I keep thinking about career changes. I feel like you only get the less chances you have of doing that. So I really kind of am paralyzed by choice. When will I transform into a butterfly? Well, Robot Meows, you are most likely a human being comprehensible, capable of speech, or a robot that thinks it's a butterfly. Hate to break it to you. In both cases, you'll probably never turn into a butterfly. A butterfly in your mind. You gotta buy my Becoming a Butterfly Transformation educational videotapes. It's $99 a month. It requires immense immersion into being a caterpillar and eating a whole lot until your body is log-shaped. And then the hardest part of all, you got a J shape on a tree branch outside without falling down for 2 weeks. But if you could do that, you'll slither out, and while your body will just be a disgusting mess because you completely destroyed your human appearance, in your mind you'll become a butterfly. So hopefully that answers your question. Or write some Animorphs fan fiction. Save yourself all the time and money. And you're the guy that transforms into a butterfly. And they go, what the hell situation do we need where a guy transforms into a butterfly? We use the cheetah and bear guy all the time. What the possible fuck situation do we need a butterfly guy for? And then there comes the day where there's a missile silo, and the only way you could get it in is through the air ducts. And the air ducts are very, very small. And they go, where is the butterfly guy? And you're inside the missile silo. Turns out you didn't like being made fun of all the time. And now who's laughing? The only one that can stop this from happening is the guy behind the button. Huh? Yeah, who's laughing at the butterfly guy now, huh? You ready, Kim Jong-un? Huh? There's my Animorph spin-off sitcom. Animorphs was kind of a weird book. I remember reading a couple, but I don't remember anything about it. But I think Animorphs was like, it's not like they were a super squad. It's not like there was an Infinity War level story. Every Animorphs book felt like it was the first time someone had transformed into an animal. Am I wrong? Maybe my reading comprehension isn't the best. I don't ever remember there being an Animorph squad. You know, there's no Professor X of the Animorphs, right? Just a wise old wild man. That's like, I want to teach you how to be an animal better. And they're like, you're an owl dude. What the hell? What the hell do you know about being a cheetah? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey, that's X-Men music. You can't use that, Mr. Animorphs. Don't you know about copyright infringement? No, I'm an owl. Make sure you're eating good, Unc. Thank you, Axel. I am not going to lie. I am not. And it is why I'm plateauing. Good morning, my well-hung girthy king. Thank you, Ilsa. Isn't that weird we put so much value in being well hung? Even though there's only a couple people in life that would ever verify your length, unless you're in the business. The prawn, if you know what I'm saying. it's like such a empty statistic that means nothing, and you can't really change it. It's not like if I do better as a person, it's gonna start growing. Wouldn't that be crazy? We all have Pinocchio body parts that if we do certain things. It's kind of like the weird people who are addicted to plastic surgery, and they're just obsessed with one body part. Like, there's that one lady on addicted to huge cans. She's like, I want to go bigger. And they're like, lady, you already have the biggest T's on the entire planet. Literally nobody has bigger than you. I want to go bigger. Doesn't your back hurt enormously? Why do you want to go bigger? We literally have to find, like, new types of fluid to put in these things. You have all the water of a small swimming pool on your chest right now. What do you mean you want to go bigger? I don't know. I wonder what in life happened to that lady to make her think that she needs... And you know what the crazy part is? She started off with huge cans. What is the inspiration to go completely cartoon-like? Or people obsessed with their nose constantly? This guy belongs in the 80s. Thank you, Ecom. I was born in the 80s. All right, 3 more minutes on the bike and then we'll lift some weights. I get getting plastic surgery for sure, especially because it's mostly for you, something that makes you really self-conscious. And addressing that, if it's possible, why can't I do it? No matter the cost. Totally understand that, getting plastic surgery one time. I feel like plastic surgeons do some deplorable shit, though. Hey, good morning, W. Good morning, WJ. Bicep to you as well, my friend. I feel like in that initial interview, you know, the plastic surgeon toes the line and be like, yeah, I could see you got a very weak chin. They just prey on your insecurity to really hook that sale in. But it's like, you know, what if I didn't have the money? Now you're hooking the sale, but I can't afford it. So now I just feel like extra bad. Yeah, this medical professional just confirmed my worst fears. I don't remember what it was, but I was watching like a podcast and someone was like, what should you do if you go to a doctor and they tell you you need to get your leg amputated? And like, it was like to a bunch of people and they're like, I just got my leg amputated. He's like, no, you get a second opinion. It's like, no, I think people implicitly trust a medical professional if I have something that's hurting and someone tells me I need to get my leg amputated. One, it took fucking forever to set up the appointment. Most people don't have a primary care provider that they go to regularly. So if that guy, who I've been seeing all my life, tells me to get my leg cut off, and I have pain in my leg, I go, I guess I gotta get my leg cut off. Who has the capability to go see, all right, my leg hurts right now. Let me get a second opinion. All right, It's going to be like 2 to 3 months before I get that, even an appointment with the second doctor. I'm going to go to that second doctor. He's going to go, I'm not a late guy. I have to refer you to a specialist. And then he refers you to a specialist. It's the same guy you saw. You're like, oh, I already saw that guy. I'm trying to get a second opinion. And he's like, oh, okay. Let me set you up with a second opinion. Down in Atlanta. That's the only other late guy that deals with this specific shit. Oh, okay. Let me get a second opinion. Fly down to Atlanta. Oh, he's on vacation. Now I got to reschedule. You see what I mean? Like, no one's getting a second opinion. Unless somebody can walk in the hospital, take a look at a chart for like 5 minutes, I'm not getting a second opinion. And that might be like, why is the eyeball guy referring someone on leg surgery? I don't know. It annoyed me to no extent that the guy was just like, get a second opinion. I go, you do not know how the healthcare system works. Try getting one opinion and seeing how long it takes. Time yourself. Because especially when someone goes in and they're dealing with extreme pain, because at that point, a lot of people can tolerate, daily pain. But when it gets so bad to where I need to go into the doctor, I want it taken care of immediately. I'm already at wit's end. All right, let's lift some weights. I hate when people comment on stuff that just like, they have never actually, on paper that sounds great. I would love to get a second opinion. But not really practical. Doesn't really fit into anybody's schedule. You think I'm just like free all the time? I can just go see doctors whenever I want. You gotta take time off of work. Same with contractors. I'm annoyed by no end when like a contractor's like, listen, can I show up tomorrow? It's like, hell no, I've been waiting all day. If you knew you were going to not show up, you should have texted me as early as possible. But I guess you don't know. You get your lady, you get your foot stuck in an old lady's toilet and you be like, well, this day is shot. Yo, let's get it. Yeah. What's up, Super Salmon? Good morning. All right, round one. Here we go. Let's do some bicep curls. Woo. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. 11. Come on. 12. Whew. All right, do some triceps. Nice and controlled, nice and slow on the down. Explode on the up. I've been watching your journey for a couple months now. Good to see how far you've come. Hey, thanks, Super Salmon. Yeah, it's good to look back on. I like seeing especially from day one. It's just kind of like a farce. You know, especially you don't feel that fat. You're like, I'm a little overweight. I was a lot overweight. Nobody should be close to 300 pounds. It's like it's such an awful feeling, and yeah, it's good to look back, kind of remind yourself. Keeps the motivation high. Is to be like, yeah, like I want to blow away all this work by going back to that. Hell no. Even though in life I've done that a couple times. I've kissed 300 once before in my life too. And again, at that point I was like, never again. But life happens, careers, girlfriends have passed. Now I'm married, so hopefully that is a little bit more stable. But, you just you break routine. You go, I don't care about anything right now. And then all the weight comes back quicker than you can ever anticipate. Anyway, all right, tricep dips. Woo. One, keep elbows tucked in here. 2, 3, sorry for belly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, do some rows. One, 2, explode up, slow down. 3, 4, 5, 6, keep my head up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. Side lateral raises here, and then we'll do some goblet squats, and then that's the end of round 1. We'll just repeat that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, slow on the down, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo. All right. I'm going to use these Billy Blanks Tybo videos on the floor. Someone recommended like putting stuff under my heels for better squat form. I don't know if it's working, but it feels good to step on Billy Blanks' face. Like the most exercise I've ever gotten out of these tapes is using them as slight increases to my height. All right, here we go. Sorry, Billy. You know, that's one thing. As a society, I feel like we've grown accustomed to. You know, now it's easier than ever to put out like scam video exercise stuff on YouTube. So it's kind of completely evaporated the business of scam educational tapes. It's just like, you know, I think it's like what I'm going through right now, like wanting something different in life. I just don't know because I don't have the education. And so the temptation to just be like, if you buy this VHS tape, you will become a master carpenter. You will become a fitness god. You're selling people a false promise. And then you're just doing whatever workout. Like anything's better than nothing, I guess. But I'm not going to get a body like Billy Blanks by just doing Tybo. You know, a lot of genetics go into like being able to put on muscle mass and having that metabolism. So it's not like just because, you know, I'm sure that is part of his routine. And I'm sure Billy Blanks has convinced himself that, man, if every fat turd on a couch just did what I did, they'd look like me. It's like, Billy, you gotta know that, Andrew. And you're like, well, if you're not putting the work in. And it's like, no, I'm doing exactly what you're doing, Billy. Do you look at me? You're not on your diet. It's just like, I bet if I ate the same thing, I would love to throw that challenge down. I'd be like, all right, here's 50 grand on the line. I will eat exactly the same thing you do. I will work out the exact same routine you do. And I guarantee I won't get the same results that you do. Like, I'm sure I'll get better results than I would on my own. But, you know, thinking that I'm going to have as much of a transformation as that person, I just don't think that's true. Anyway. All right, let's lift some weights. Let's do some squats. Sorry, Billy. I'm on my tippy toes here. All right. 1, trying to keep my shoulders back, go straight down. 2, keep my head up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo. All right. That's end of round one. One more round of that, and then we're done for the day. Sorry for the slow breathing. Just catching up. Right. No resting on anything. I have that you know, coaches from old sports teams in my head. No sitting down, arms up, no hands on your hips, no bent over. That's like so boiled in my head. Like they're yelling at an early age. Is it with me? I'm a 37-year-old man. Why do I hear echoes of my coach going, "Hey, no sitting down, Jason"? Weird level of discipline. It's just stuck with me. I hear the invisible yells of hundreds of pee-wee and high school football coaches. All right. Round two, here we go. All right, bicep curls. 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. Get a grip more on the middle. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. I'm trying to slow on the down. 7. Twist in a little bit more. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. 11. 11. 12. 12. Woo. Getting it in. I'm also getting the weird, I don't know what works out my like forearms here, but I'm getting like the weird Popeye arm. Woo. Always a nice confidence boost. To have nice swole biceps. Because too, that's another thing I like doing full circuit every day. Like that's probably not the best for gains, but after you lift, you get like that swole bicep for a little while. So my bicep is like bigger than normal throughout the day, at least for a little while, I guess, after you pump. So it's just like a little cheat to get a little confidence boost throughout the day. Just lift every day. It's got to be true about every muscle group, maybe, right? It swells up a little bit. Maybe not. That's one thing I hate about health and fitness is like sometimes you hear something and you're like, that ain't this. That's not true, but it just sounds so plausibly true that you just regurgitate it to everyone you know. Uh, uh, it's not like math. It's like, hey, did you know 2 plus 2 actually equals 5 now? Oh, really? Yeah, and they're getting rid of the binary system. They're getting some trinary up in there. Much more efficient. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, much more efficient. One more number. Trinary. 1, 0, 1, or 2. And it's like, okay. That's much more easier to debunk. All right, here we go. Triceps. Sorry for belly. Keep my elbows tucked in. Slow on the descent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. All right. Do some rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slow on the descent. 8. Slow. 9. Slow. 10. Slow. 11. Slow. 12. Slow. All right, switch arms. 1. Slow. 2. Slow. Just saying slow slowly helps somehow. 3. Slow. 4. Slow. 5. Slow. 6. Slow. 7. Slow. 8. Slow. 9. 10. 11. Come on, one more. 12. Woo. Woo. All right, lateral raises, squats, and we're done. Looks good, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Getting in a morning workout. Whether I feel like it or not, we're almost at the end. I'm always glad when I do it. I always feel like shit when I sleep in and don't. So, gotta cut more of those days out. Can't skip. I like to tell myself lies. Yeah, I'll just do a later workout. That never happens. If I don't get it in the morning, I just don't get it in. And it's weird how fast your body adapts. Like, I think the past couple Wednesdays, I've kind of just slept in. And my body just got used to doing that. And today was like extra hard to get out of bed because I was just like, I could just sleep in. It's like, no. Save the rest for the weekend. During the week, we put the work in. Because then I'm going to be taking more days off. And I'm going to break the routine even worse. And then I'll be back to being a fat, flabby monster. I can't go back. They tried to pull me back in. All right. Side lateral raises. Here we go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, thanks for the follow. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch arms. Thank you, Twitch TV Cupid. Thank you for the follow. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want your mustache. Hey, okay. 8, 9. It's something I'm trying out. I hate that it can't grow in the middle, but I appreciate you with the compliment there. 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, then we'll do some squats. Steven Asante. I've gotten that before. Wham Truck Towing. Thank you, Wham Truck Towing. Hey, that guy's looking good now. He got a bunch of dental work done, and, you know, he's a success story, so I will take a Steven Asante. Or, what's her face? Tammy from 1,000-Pound Sisters. I was like, dang. I remember when she was like almost 800 pounds. I was like, she's basically dead. You know, we're just watching the slow death rapidly escalate. But then she went and damn did it. You know, I think having your husband die that you met in rehab, yeah, that must have lit a fire under her butt or something. Yeah, it's really sad.
Oh, sometimes AJO_flex. Thanks for hitting that follow button.
Thanks for the follow, Joe. All right, let's get some squats in. Hey, thank you for the follow so much. All right, I'm going to step on some Billy Blank's Tybo VHS tapes. Someone recommended I put something under my heels to get a better squat form. I don't know if it's working, but it does feel pretty cathartic to actually get some use out of these exercise tapes. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, Billy. All right, 15 of these bad boys and we're done for the day. 1, 2, 3. Keep my elbows. 4, 5. I feel like I go deeper if I keep my elbows up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo! All right. Let's go on. Thank you, Isaac. That's it for today. If you're new, I work out every morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I started working out on January 3rd. I'm down over 30 pounds now. And we're going to just keep going. So, you know, see you tomorrow. Have a good day. And, yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Love to hear that, bro. Thank you. All right. Have a good one. See you tomorrow morning. Here you go. Sweat check. Proof it's not all CGI. All right. Catch you later. Woo. See you Twitch. See you YouTube. See you W. Thanks again for the follow, Joe. Catch you tomorrow morning. Peace.